on Monday we started talking about poems, right?
Yeah.
What were some of the techniques that we learned about poems on Monday? Mallory? Need the phone and friend? Angela? Stanzas. Poems have stanzas. And what do stanzas look like? If you're writing an essay, what would we call them? Paragraphs. They look like paragraphs, but they're not paragraphs in poems. They're called stanzas. Okay. What else do poems have? Hunter? Personification, yeah. Sometimes some figurative language. What else do poems have? Lines. And at the end of that line, what's that called? A line? Line break. Line break. Okay, so today we're going to continue talking about and identifying techniques used in poetry and different types of poems. So today I'm going to show you how to identify the structure of a poem. So, your I can statements. I can describe and distinguish between different types of poetry, including their structures, their syllable patterns, and rhyme schemes, and the purpose or effect. I can recognize and explain common poetic techniques. I can analyze poetry by explaining the how and the why. A poet selects certain types of structures to shape the poem's message, mood, or impact on the reader. I can compose original poetry that follows an expected poetic structure, such as 575 for haiku or AABBA limerick, and use techniques purposefully. And I can reflect on and discuss my own writing. So how do I know that I am doing all these things? My success criteria, the things that let me know that I'm doing the right things, are you'll be able to compare and contrast, you'll be able to annotate a poem, you'll be able to write a poem, and you'll be able to create a poetry product, and you'll be able to explain which poetic technique is used to create mood in a haiku and supports the explanation with evidence from the poem. Alright, so poems are written in what? What we say they're written in? Lines and stanzas. And lines are like sentences in a poem. They do not have to be complete sentences, nor do they have to have correct punctuation. So stanzas are often what? What are stanzas? Groups of lines, and there may be only one stanza in a poem, or there may be 10 stanzas in a poem. So let's read the poem, The Newest Kid. I really hope I make a friend. I know that I'm not cool. It's hard to be the newest kid, the first day back at school. Will kids in class make fun of me? I have a funny name. And what if no one talks to me? I wish I never came. Will someone sit with me today? I have a sinking hunch. I'm scared that I'll be all alone at recess and at lunch. I really hope I make a friend. I know that I'm not cool. It's hard to be the newest kid the first day back to school. Alright, so let's look at the structure of this poem. How many stanzas are in this poem? How many do you see? Take a second and count them. 4. Let's see. Remember, stanzas are what? Groups of lines that make you feel? Relaxed. Hayden? Excited. Okay. So now let's look at the picture of a cloudy day. How does a cloudy day make you feel? Think about it. All right, Angela. Sad. Hunter.
Feeling like I don't want to go outside anymore my whole life.
Oh, that's sad. So that's sad, right? Marcus. Frustrated? Okay, because you really wanted to go outside and play today, so you're frustrated. Want to play football. Ivan, how does a cloudy day make you feel? Mad? Okay. Well, me personally,
Scared?
earlier somebody said that the picture of the beach made them angry.
Yes.
Because she said that it made her angry because she said that she does not like how sand feels.
And
So that makes her angry.
And short.
And sharks. Somebody did say sharks earlier. And somebody said that the picture of the clouds made them happy
Yes.
because they said that when it's cloudy outside, they said they know they get to stay in the house and relax.
That's exactly what I was going to
Yeah.
say.
Alright, give me 5. Give me 5. Alright, so the mood of a poem is different from tone because mood is how the reader feels. So we said, most of us said the beach picture made us feel what? Happy. And we said, most of us said that the stormy picture made us feel sad or scared, right? So a poet might describe the same pictures as having a tone of peace. They might relate this picture of the beach as peace, and they might relate this picture of a cloudy day as gloomy. Alright. So tone is the author's attitude towards the subject or the reader. It's how the poem sounds emotionally. So let's read this poem. Well, I'll read you this poem about my missing shoe. So, my missing shoe. I looked for you by the front door, under my bed, on the bathroom floor, near the back stairs, in the drawer with my socks, next to the table and out in the sandbox. My mother is calling me, and I'm calling you. Where have you gone, my missing shoe? So, now let's think about it. How does the author of the poem feel about the missing shoe? Leslie, how does he feel? He's mad. He's mad because he can't feel it. Find it. What else is he feeling? Frustrated. He's frustrated because he's like, where in the world is my missing shoe? How else might he feel, Hayden? Worried because his mama is like, you better come home before we miss this bus or before you get your iPad taken away, right? So that's making you frustrated. Alright, give me 5. Why do you think he or she feels that way? Why do you think he feels worried, frustrated, mad? Hunter.
Because he or she can't find their shoe.
Because he can't find the shoe. So what words does the author use to help us understand how he or she feels?
Wait, I got a question.
All right, this second. Island.
This is calling you. Where have you gone, my missing shoe?
Said, I'm calling you. Where have you gone, my missing shoe? So that lets us know, like, what if the author is talking like that? How do we think that he feels?
Worried.
That sounds like worration, right? Maybe you only have one. All right. So, how do the words that the author used in a poem affect the tone of the poem? How does that word choice affect the tone? I skipped something. Hold on. Back it up. Where'd it go? Let's watch this YouTube video. Hold on.
It's going through the computer. It sounds like it's a Bluetooth.
is the attitude the author has about a subject or toward the reader. Tone is typically conveyed through the words and phrases that the author uses. In this lesson, we are going to look at 3 general types of tone: positive, negative, and neutral. When an author uses a positive tone, they are normally in favor of the subject they are writing about. The author will use positive words or attempt to convince the reader in an energetic or enthusiastic way. Here is a statement about summer written in a positive tone. Summer is the most exciting time of the year. Not only does the author use the word exciting, but they also put the adverb most in front of it to convey just how exciting summer is to them. Sometimes, however, writers will take a negative tone about the subject of their writing or toward the reader. When an author is using a negative tone, they typically are showing anger or dislike for something and choose words that reveal it. Here is another sentence about summer, only this time written with a negative tone. Summer heat is so miserable that you can't enjoy being outside. Notice how the writer shows their negative tone in a couple of ways. First, they use the word miserable to describe summer. And then they also include the idea that you can't enjoy summer. Finally, an author will sometimes write with a neutral tone. A neutral tone simply does not show any form of positive or negative attitude about a subject. Often, the author lists facts or details. Here is a sentence about summer written with a neutral tone. The season of summer occurs during the months of June, July, and August. As you can see, the author did not show attitude either way. Only details about summer were stated. There are many ways that writers can show tone, but 3 very common ways